We are live.
Okay, so now we're just and I'm going to share myself with myself on my other page. Allow myself to introduce myself. That's one of the greatest Austin Powers moments for me. But anyway,
You and Austin Powers. Okay.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I love it. I've
I know you do.
probably watched each one of them dozens and dozens and dozens of times. So
Do you watch James Bond as well, or is it just Austin Powers?
not much of the James Bond guy.
But you love Austin Powers.
Well, yeah, I
You know, right? I
I've,
mean,
I've probably maybe seen one or two James Bond films in my life. I've seen one with Daniel Craig, and then of course Pierce. How you say his last name?
so you've never actually
Brosnan.
seen with the original Bond, the
Uh,
real Bond.
oh, do you mean? I was going to say Anthony Hopkins. You mean
Tim, help me. You mean
Sean
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 Connery?
Connery?
Connery. Sean
Yes,
Connery.
Sean
You haven't seen
Connery.
any Sean Connery films, man.
We would Tim and I would even take Roger Moore because
Well, I was
I
going
like
to say there.
Roger Moore.
Yeah, there's
I
Sean
definitely
Connery.
take Roger
There's
Moore. Thought Roger Moore was great,
Yeah, he
but
was.
your nerd card is going to get revoked for this one. I mean, this is
I mean, I think people are like, why is he hosting this show? I'm joking.
you know, it's okay.
I'm
Melvin.
kidding. Melvin.
Can you name 3 actors that have played James Bond?
Sure. There's Roger Moore. There's Pierce Bronson. There's Daniel not Daniel Craig.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
Daniel
it?
Craig. There is. I used to know them all. To be honest with you, because I just
Okay.
have a knack for crazy stuff like that. Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Bronson, Daniel Craig,
I
and
think
he's
it's
the one.
Brosnan, not Bronson, but I could be wrong.
Brosnan, Bronson.
I can never
Brosnan.
remember.
Timothy
I
Dalton.
can't either. I just say
Timothy
Remington
Dalton?
Steele. I just
Yeah.
say Remington.
Remington Steele, yeah.
Same
Rem-
character,
Rem-
really. Yeah.
Sean
Yeah.
Connery, Timothy Dalton. I love Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, there
And then
was.
there was another one.
There's the original one.
Well, Sean Connery's the original one.
No, there was
there's
one before him.
Connery.
Who was
Yeah, there was-
before Connery?
This guy only did like one. I think one movie.
That wasn't before Connery,
Yeah.
though. Dr. No was the first Bond.
No, there's one. It was
I know there's one who only did like one. I can't think of his name. But Sean Connery did the original Bond movie, Dr. No.
what was that
We know.
guy's
Look
Give
it
me just
up.
a
Please
second.
tell
I'm
me,
gonna look.
'cause I don't know.
Let me make sure too
Oh, what was
that
that guy's- There's a movie on Netflix about it. It's funny as shit.
Oh. Hmm.
Uh,
I mean, Her Majesty's Secret Service. That I can't think of his name. I think it's George. I think his first name was George. I can never remember his name.
George something, yeah.
But that he did Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Okay.
But that wasn't before Dr. No.
What was that guy's name? Maybe it was after Connery. Yeah, Dr.
It
No's
was.
first. She is correct. I stand corrected.
that's terrible.
Dr. No was the very first Bond movie.
Terrible.
That was
Tim is talking about my nerd card getting revoked.
George
and-
Lazenby.
That's it.
Lazenby.
But then everybody forgets that David Niven was Bond, Peter Sellers was
Yeah.
Bond, and Casino Royale. There were like 12 Bonds in that movie.
And there was Peter Griffin.
Speaking of Peter Griffin, did you see the tweet by Seth MacFarlane basically saying he wants to get off Fox?
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
He left a tweet saying, it's a marriage that's gone sour. He no longer he doesn't feel comfortable being on Fox with the name Fox being associated with Fox News. He is tired of it. He wants to be separated from Fox completely.
Oh, because he's so politically correct all the time.
Wow.
A little
Yes.
ironic that
Stupid.
that a man that's made a living by trying to piss people off basically was saying
Yeah.
most
And
inappropriate
he's made fun of Democrats, liberals, he's made fun of
He
everybody.
makes fun of everybody. Yeah. I guess he's-
Everybody's fair game. I'm really
I mean,
surprised.
Family Guy is the tamer version of South Park.
I prefer Family Guy over South Park. So.
Well, I mean, I've said before, it's tough for me to do adult cartoons. Like when I'm at home,
Mhm.
I watch TBS because they play reruns of Friends and Seinfeld and stuff in the mornings, and then in the afternoon is when the Family Guy and the American Dad and all that stuff comes on, and I'm just like, "Grr." But for him to come out and say, well, I don't want to associate myself with Fox because they're Fox News, and
What's the guys on Fox News that's really out there? They're like their lead spokesperson. Oh, Jesse would know. He always says this is the craziest shit.
you talking about Fox?
Yeah.
Uh, there was, I don't even know because I used to
You're
watch.
not referring to Imus, are you?
No, Don Imus got canned several years ago from
I was just going to say, though, but I mean,
Tucker
I mean,
Carlson.
oh,
Carlson. Oh yeah, yeah,
Tucker
I
Carlson.
never paying
guess-
attention.
yeah. Don Imus got canned because he called, I think it was the Baylor basketball team, the women's. He called them nappy-headed hoes. And I was like, well,
Something,
that's not
I
going
can't
to
say that on TV.
something bad.
Yeah. So yeah, Don Imus. I believe I'm sure by now he's got his own stuff somewhere, but yeah, the network was like, yeah, we gotta.
I mean, you could get like Don Imus and like Jimmy the Greek, and who else together, just like for the like a group of just most inappropriate shit.
Well, I say
Stan
this,
Smith from American Dad, you could add him into that mix. I'm just saying.
That
Who,
chin,
I mean,
yeah, those shows are they're tough. My daughter used to call it the bad cartoon. She'd say, "Daddy, the bad cartoon's on." I had to go change the
I
channel.
love the shows.
American Dad is funny. That's my favorite one.
American Dad, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers. I love all those shows.
Now, hold on, we got a comment here. No, American Dad actually. Hey, James says, "Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey,
Tip James.
American Dad's not bad. I like the only thing I can tolerate about American Dad is the alien looking.
Roger.
There
You
you
don't
go,
like Roger?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I that's cool.
Oh.
Roger's okay, but
Oh, I like Klaus, the goldfish.
see, I'm gonna have to loosen up a little bit and give these shows a chance. Give these shows a chance too. Hey, I wanted to tell you guys before we get into different stuff. Della
What's up,
Hackney
Della?
says, "Hey,
Hi, Della.
hey, Della." The fantasy football that I talked to you guys about
Mhm.
earlier. So I'm gonna get with you afterwards, and we'll figure out a way, and it'll be $10 a person, I believe. The winner would get like 100, second place would get like 40, and then $20 to the person that scores the most points.
Can I
So-
use that as a gift card to Tim's shop?
Sure.
Well, the only thing about it is, and this is tough for some people, because in order for us to actually do the money part of it, it would go through Yahoo, and you basically would go after you get your invite, and you would go and put your money to the site and everything like that. So in
Right.
the end, the money's there. It's just got to be taken off the site and So,
Okay.
but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little bit later, though. But anyway, I want to do something real quick. I got some this day in history for you guys. Oh, let me make sure I don't take myself off the screen there. Okay. Let me close that out.
Melvin's like the little computer. If you see him from my angle, he's got the laptop in front of him. He's just like this little guy's the whole time he's working. You can't see his hands moving while he's on the camera, but he's always like this. Always
Yeah,
looking.
it looks like I'm sleeping. Probably. Let me see myself. Hold on. Like I'm sleeping, or I'm staring at something in the room. There's a huge bug or something going toward me. No, I'm actually looking at my screen and looking down, and my hands are in front of me. There's my hands right there. These hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. Gotta love some Jewel. All right, here we go. This day in history, August the 3rd, 1923. Tim was in 7th grade. Calvin,
But yeah.
Calvin Coolidge takes oath of office after Warren G., not the regulator, Warren G. Harding's death.
I don't think anybody was confused about that. I'm just saying.
No.
I mean,
1975, the Boeing 707 crashes into a mountain near Agadir. I guess I'm saying that correctly.
I don't remember that one either.
Morocco. There's a good show on History Channel about airplanes,
Mhm.
how they got started, and all that stuff. I watch History Channel all the time. And in the beginning, Henry Ford actually was into planes. He built them until there was a crash that had the coach of Notre Dame, Newt Rockne, on it.
Mhm.
And when that happened, and then the war ended, and Henry Ford was like, "Yeah, I think we're good. We'll just take the cars." So Henry Ford actually started making airplanes in the beginning. Little known fact there. Let's
Justin,
see.
here real quick. Have you heard the conspiracy theory that when the Wright brothers first did their first flight, the reason why nobody was really excited about it was because they were used to things flying in the air already at the time. It wasn't anything new to them, really.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens. Aliens. Kobe says, "What's up, guys? I forgot what day it is. It was. I started working midnights." Kobe's busting the midnights out, and I will be sleeping too. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Kobe. I've been sleeping too. So, Kobe, I'm gonna let you know that we're going to do some fantasy football. If you're interested, what you can do is you can drop us your email, and I'll get the link out and post it to Third Floor Comics for Tim and get that rolling. And it's going to be $10 a person. So I just want to throw that out there, and we'll do it through the website on Yahoo. That way, you have to exchange money and come to Tim's shop and all that other stuff. So let me get this here. 1996, and I bet Elizabeth was just doing this. Thank God there weren't camera phones, because she probably had a video and Instagram of this. But 1996, the Macarena begins its reign atop the U.S. pop charts.
I was not listening to that in 1996. Sorry to tell you that.
Yes, you were.
I wasn't, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I remember
1916.
Yeah.
Tim was doing the Macarena.
I was watching the ladies do the Macarena at the Ramada Inn.
See, that makes sense to me. That's more honest.
Macarena. Yeah.
You know what? A few years later, I was going to that same in South Charleston.
Mhm.
Yes, a few years later, I was going to that same Ramada, and I think it was like Wednesday night. They had a little club thing going on, and I'd go over there and party on, and they pumping the thong song and all that good stuff. You would probably. I don't see you as a thong song kind of guy.
No, not really. I'm a little more laid back than thong song. Yeah.
He's a little bit more laid back.
Good for you, Tim. Good
I was
for
more
you.
I was more the '90s grunge kind of stuff than the the dance music kind of stuff.
I mean, grunge, thong. I mean, there's
Yeah.
there's not much in the middle that separates the two. I mean, you smell when smelling like Teen Spirit and the thong song, it goes hand to hand.
Wow. There's an image.
Oh my God.
There's an image.
Kobe says he would, but he's not into football. Don't know a thing about it. Basketball is where it's at. Yes, basketball's my thing too. 1916, Sir Roger Casement hanged. Sir Roger Casement, an Irish-born diplomat who in 1911 was knighted by King George V, is executed for his role in Ireland's Easter Rising. I didn't learn about that, I tell you that. The biggest thing, though, 1492. You guys know what happened on this day in 1492.
I don't know.
Come
I
on.
wonder what happened in 1492.
There was this guy, he got on a boat.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a holiday named after
I
him.
mean, it's possible.
There was a movie, I think it was made by Steven Spielberg or something called 1492.
What didn't it have Colin Farrell in it? The one
No, I don't know.
there was a movie that came out not long ago about
No, this 1492, that movie was made forever ago. Not in 1492, but it was made a while ago.
Well, maybe they had like an 8 minute.
I think Gerard Depardieu was in it.
It's possible.
Maybe it was made by Chris Columbus.
I think your mic is off, Tim.
It is.
Yeah.
I've been playing with my little thing switches over here. Is that better?
I can hear you
No,
now.
I
you hear
can't.
me now? Have to turn your volume up too.
Better.
Little better.
How about that?
That's better.
Now
Okay,
you're
okay.
echoing.
Now you're echoing, but
Oh. How about that?
Did you see it?
echo.
I had it set that I could start fooling on the buttons, just fooling on the buttons. I got all jacked up now.
I think this is Tim's cry for being noticed. He wants to
Look at me.
make himself.
How's
on.
that?
You're
That's
good.
good.
Good. Okay.
I think what you did is your volume was also coming through your laptop at the same time.
What it is I can hear Melvin speak where he's across from me,
Because he's
and
near you.
and I can also hear him in my earphones, and it throws me off a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out a way to turn one of them off.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's tough to turn me off. You probably need some duct tape or something like that. Where was I at? 1949, the NBA is born.
Who?
The NBA,
Oh,
National Basketball
okay.
Association.
The what?
Yes, the NBA, the National Basketball Association.
Harry.
What was I doing here? I don't even want to say this one. I have to tell you this one when we're not live. That's pretty bad. It involves some no means no.
Oh,
1977. It's funny. We're talking about James Bond. The Spy Who Loved Me is released in theaters in 1977.
what's your favorite Bond movie, Elizabeth?
Live and Let Die.
Live
Or
and Die?
Octopussy.
That was Sean Connery's comeback role as Bond, wasn't it?
Live and Let Die?
No, Octopussy.
No, that was Roger Moore. Never Say Never Again was his.
Okay. I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Because Kim Basinger was the Bond girl.
Ooh.
I think. Oh, see,
Halle Berry was the Bond girl in Remington Steele one, right?
I don't remember.
She was, and she recreated Ursula Andress's favorite walk out of the ocean scene in the bikini. Only
Well,
hers was orange. Halle Berry's.
Definitely have to Google this, I think.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it was just almost
Tim's not.
very
Oh.
similar, that scene.
Well, when your name's Ursula, you should get out of the water like real slow mo and.
Yeah, but see, our mom tells the story about seeing that movie in the theater, and it was just like your jaw hit the ground when she came out of the water like that, and that bikini, that white bikini. It was like, oh my god, who's that?
You know, that was the same thing for me when I went to the theater to watch the first Turtles, and Raphael cussed, and all the kids went, "Oh." when April grabs his side, he says, "Damn."
So make light of Ursula's very famous, iconic moment in Doctor No.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I have to go back and watch Ursula's moment. The only Ursula that I know of is from The Little Mermaid. So, well, to start off, we got Scarlett Johansson. I will say that I watched Black Widow the other day. I won't tell you how I watched it because Tim got on to me, but I did watch it. And have you guys seen it?
Yes.
No,
You haven't seen it.
no.
There's a comment up here. Let me see. Kobe says he wants to know if we've seen the trailer for Venom.
Yes, 10 times.
I
I have not yet.
I'm using it to hold myself over till the movie comes out.
Kobe says that it was amazing, and I agree with Scarlett. Scarlett, a great movie. So, as everybody knows, Scarlett Johansson got upset because she had a thing like a lot of movies do, like a lot of actors do, where they let me change that there. Where they, I guess, basically, would you say, make a commission?
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
She is a
Off-
stick in it.
And what happened is that Disney put the movie on Disney Plus as well in theaters at the same time.
Mhm.
So that kind of took from her ticket sales, and she got upset about it. And it was basically, I guess, a breach of contract. I guess as you would say.
Mhm.
Now, the only thing I don't know is that if they told her ahead of time that's what we were going to do. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on it. But my question to you guys is, do you think that she's getting robbed by Disney because of them putting it to a streaming platform at the same time as it being in theaters.
But also, though, on Disney, like you have to rent it, right? You have to. It's only on Disney Premiere right now, right? Not just Disney Plus. You have to pay for it, right?
You have to pay for it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$30.
So does she get a commission of the sales of that?
Apparently
I don't think
not.
she does. I think she
Well,
just
then,
gets
I mean, I
theater
guess then she's
tickets.
correct, isn't she? I mean, if it was in her contract that she gets a commission of the ticket sales.
But see, that's the thing, though, is that the ticket sales only go to actual theater.
Theater, yeah.
Right, I
I,
understand. I get what you're saying. I get it.
the way I understood it, she didn't get a cut of the streaming money from it. She just gets a cut of actual ticket sales.
Right.
Yeah, but we couldn't predict a pandemic and know that that was going to happen, where they started releasing the movie straight to the.
Okay. Well, let me
True.
ask you. Let me ask you this
True.
though: Would you ask? Would you go back and ask for a what is it, revision of your contract because of that?
You would think that she would have, as soon as she heard that they were going to release it on video, she might have wanted to go back and say, okay, before you release that, we need to renegotiate the contract. If you're going to do that, then we have to come up with some other plan because part of my income, and we don't know whether, she may have taken less up front in order to have a residual off the film. And if she did that, then she definitely lost money. Versus, she said, okay, I want this much money up front, and I don't pay anything. Versus, I'm
See,
going to
Toby
take
has a good
half what I
point.
normally
The
do.
contract stated that the movie would only be released in theaters.
There
It
you go,
didn't
then.
state that it would be streaming.
Yeah.
But then there's the argument that I mean, we're in a pandemic over a year, right?
Mhm.
She could have maybe asked, I guess, as soon as a lot of them found out that was going to happen. But I'm sure they were told it was a temporary thing.
I'm
Well,
sure.
here's the thing too for me is that it's not like they snapped their fingers and made it readily available for them to stream a movie in the theater um, at the same time. So they had to go and figure out how to do that and do all this and do all that. So it wasn't like they did it overnight. So they were fully aware during the pandemic that that's what they were going to do.
I think they worked their bugs out in that with Trolls. When they released Trolls streaming from home, when right after the pandemic hit, Trolls did amazing.
Hmm.
And as soon as it did amazing, I think the streaming company, the big studios, got the idea that we don't necessarily need the theaters to make a big release now. We can release straight to video and make as much money as we could if it was released theatrically.
Yeah, because this isn't going to stop. It's going to be
No,
like this for forever now. It'll
Yeah.
it'll never go back to the way it was
Yeah, the
before.
toothpaste is out of the tube right now. They're not going to
Can't
put
put
it
it
back
back
in.
in.
Well, the Trolls was a perfect way to do it because you're at home, nobody's going anywhere for the most part at that time, and you have a big kids movie.
Yeah.
What a better way to say, hey, I shell out $30 or whatever it is for my kids to be able to watch something.
This just makes me think that even more so that Disney, I mean, I love the product that Disney puts out, but they're also, on some level, probably the greediest company ever. I mean, you look at like Warner Brothers, who puts their stuff out, their stuff out with HBO Max. I mean, if you subscribe to HBO Max, you automatically get the theatrical releases as well. It doesn't
Okay, did
cost
the
you extra.
actors get a cut of that though? Do they
I'm
get?
not-
It's an
I'm not sure if
actor.
they actually
I,
get a cut
I
of
don't
that.
I don't think so because the same thing right now is and Chris Puff says theaters will be a thing of the past like malls.
Yes and no. I agree with that.
About half and half.
Right.
But
They're going to have to change their business model to keep moving forward, I think.
yeah, they'll have to lower
You're gonna
the
have to.
somewhere to get people in. Well, the same thing could go on with Emma Stone, and the same thing could go on. What's the lady from Jungle Cruise? Because right now Jungle Cruise is Disney, and Jungle Cruise is on
Mhm.
um, Disney's streaming platform. But you got Emma Stone from Cruella Deville that could come out. They've already saying that she's contemplating whether to take a stab at Disney as well. They want to let you guys know that in case there's a connection issue right here because it's coming up. Mine's unstable, so
Okay.
that we're aware of that, and eventually it'll fix itself out. But anyway, Emma Stone may take that same route. They're saying that she's talking about it right now, What's the lady from Jungle Cruise with The Rock?
I haven't seen
I
that.
don't remember. I haven't seen that one yet.
Uh,
It's The Rock. Is there actually anyone else in the film other than just The Rock?
well, when John Cena's in one, you can't see him anyway. So
Oh God, I watched Fast 9 this week. I'm embarrassed to say.
I did too. Have you seen it, Elizabeth?
Okay, so I feel really guilty about this. I've only seen a few of them, and I should probably sit down and just watch them all in a row, and I just haven't done it.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me save you something. If there's someone in your life, whether it's a friend or a family member or a neighbor that you just like, I can't stand them, invite them over, sit them down, and have them watch Fast 9. And that will relieve all your frustration with this person.
I have to say, I'm a huge fan of the Fast and Furious movie line. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people do. You're not the only
But
one.
up till, and I loved every one of them up till 8. And I gotta say, 9, I was greatly disappointed with 9 for some reason. It just suspension of belief was too much for me. So
Yeah, it is. It is. I'll tell you this, and this is a spoiler, but it's actually in the trailer, so I'm really not spoiling anything. When Tyrese and Ludacris,
Wait. You're going to tell us spoilers? Is that what you just said?
well, it's not even. It's not really. No, it's not
On
really.
the podcast. There could be people watching who have
No,
not
it's-
seen it.
Well, no, it's
Hey,
not a
it's been
spoiler.
out for
because-
more than a week. So
So
it's-
what?
It's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. So,
Well,
wasn't
you
spoiler.
used the word spoiler, so I'm not.
he
Well,
did
I
say
mean,
spoiler, didn't he?
Well, I didn't mean spoiler. I meant.
An elaboration of the trailer, perhaps.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's a spoiler, but it's in the trailer. So, what's a turnoff for me is when I see Tyrese and Ludacris go to space, and I'm just like, stop it. I won't tell you the manner in which they got there, which is even more ridiculous than the idea
Yeah.
of them going to space. Period. But the manner that they got there, the manner in what they got there in, was just, no pun intended, ludicrous.
Pontiac power, baby.
Oh, don't even tell.
Oh, it was a
Don't even
Pontiac.
tell it.
That makes sense.
Don't even tell him.
I hated the fact they took the guy's name that was in the seen Fast and Furious 3.
Oh, you're going to spoil it.
No, what is the guy's name though? The
Han.
No, not him. The goofy country boy.
Oh, that was two. That
Was that two? Two Fast and
that
Furious?
that was two. No, yeah, that was Tokyo. That was Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift is number 3.
Was it number 3?
Was it number 3? Okay.
2 is Too Fast, Too Furious.
And then Tokyo Drift
And
was.
4 is Fastest and Furious, sir.
Faster and Furious.
If that's a word, yeah, faster.
More
and-
faster, more furious.
Furious is hers. I'll go ahead and tell. This is a spoiler, by the way.
Give me a second, guys. Okay.
I'll go ahead and mute your microphone. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me. Tim muted himself. Look at you with the skills, muting yourself. No, to give a. This is a spoiler. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you. That Bow Wow and the guy from the NCIS that's in Tokyo Drift, they are in Fast 9.
Oh, that's
for a scene or
fun.
two. So for a scene or two. Puff, Chris says that it can't be worse than the G.I. Joe movie. You know what? It's close. It's close. It's not as worse as the second one with Bruce Willis and The Rock, but it's in the middle of the first G.I. Joe movie and the second G.I. Joe movie. Now, I haven't seen Snake Eyes yet, so I don't know how Snake Eyes is, but Fast 9, I actually liked Fast. I think it was 7 with The Rock in it. Have you seen that one at least?
I've seen 1.
You've seen 1 out of 9.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh man!
I mean, I saw probably 2 and 3, maybe a little bit, but I know that 3 is Tokyo Drift. That's all I really know.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything about the rest of them. And I like action movies and I like cars. So, I'll have to just sit down and binge them
Well, I tell you what, and Kobe's right.
now that you've ruined all 9 of them for me.
Kobe's right. Hobbs and Shaw is good. It's a spinoff from Fast and
That
Furious.
I do know.
Yeah, it's a spinoff.
Why I haven't watched it.
You can actually watch that one and not feel like you've taken something away from the Fast and Furious experience. It's really just a movie all in itself, because you got two characters from the franchise that are battling each other. Kobe says that that 3 is the worst. I believe that's Tokyo Drift, and yes, that was bad. But I honestly thought that the guy from NCIS, I really thought that he was selling his country accent until I watched NCIS.
I think I'm going to start with number 3 then. I'll start with the worst one, according to Kobe, and see how it goes from there. Right? Because then they couldn't get it. If I like 3, like the rest couldn't be any worse, right? I mean, other than 9.
Well, they get better, but I really thought the dude was selling his accent. I mean, he was like, man, we got to put that carburetor on the.
I very vaguely remember that. So.
Oh, how can you forget it? I mean, that
because I didn't really see them. That's what I'm telling you. Only the first one.
That accent was brutal. Brutal. Tim is back, and he's black.
Thank God.
Said, thank God. She said, thank God.
Okay.
All right, he's got himself unmuted.
3 is not the worst of them all, Kobe. 9 is the worst of them all.
Oh God. Here we go. So in case nobody knew it, this show was definitely today just about the Fast and Furious.
But
That's my subtle way of moving us along.
Could be.
Subject.
To get back where we were though, about streaming straight to streaming and in the theaters at the same time.
Yeah.
You got I think Disney eventually is going to have to figure out a way for these actors to make money off of the streams.
I think Disney will flex their mouse muscles and crush anyone that gets in their way.
Well, I mean,
I think it's bad to mess with Disney.
I think Disney is like the Knights Templar of movie theaters. They're going to find a way to make it to last forever.
And they're going to take all their treasures and
whatever they have to do. That's right.
And bury it on Oak Island.
Disney owns all kinds of stuff other than Disney.
Well, they got ESPN. They have.
They have more than just that. They have kinds of stuff.
They have Congress.
Yeah, they might.
Interesting fact about Disney. Okay, it's been a few years ago when the copyright for the mouse is getting ready to run out, because the copyright extends 50 years past the creator's death, then it becomes open market or open source.
Yeah.
Oh, when Mickey Mouse was getting ready to become open source, it was all over the internet. People were just salivating. What are we going to do with the mouse? What can we do with the mouse? And Disney stepped in basically and strong-armed Congress into rewriting the laws so that they could maintain control over the image of the mouse forever.
Oh, wow.
So Disney is actually, we have the presidency, then there's Disney. They own everything.
They do own everything.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Disney is like an icon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so I guess if you got the muscle to flex it.
Disney could set bombs in both Disneyland and Disney World, explode both of those states off from the regular continent, and just become their own country.
I say that we say as much nice things about Disney right now as humanly possible for this.
They're already listening to us right now.
Yeah, you'll
I'm
wake up.
surprised we haven't gone to Black Cat. I'm surprised it hasn't happened.
Have you heard the horror stories about Disney representatives coming into like daycares and making them take off any kind of Disney murals that are on the walls?
I haven't heard that.
I haven't seen it happen firsthand, but I've heard tales of Disney representatives coming in. Like if a daycare has like a Disney mural up, take it down.
Oh, wow.
Crap, I made an Elsa cake. Do you think that means I'm in
You're
trouble?
going to Disney hell.
You might have to give Elsa some curls or something like Peggy Sue or.
Well, the cake is long gone. It's long gone. There's no evidence of it left but a picture, so I don't know.
Disney's coming though. Disney's coming.
And I'll be ready for him.
Hey, in case you guys haven't read it on the screen, Tim is having a Lego building contest. August the 14th.
Shameless self promotion right there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with promotion. August the 14th. What is that? A Saturday?
It is a Saturday right there.
August the 14th. Tim's working on his. Those aren't hand gestures. He's pointing at his. He's not pointing at himself. He's pointing at the screen.
I honestly thought that was like the third floor comics like gang symbol. That's what I thought that was. I thought you've now invented gang sign for
Wow.
third floor comics.
Yeah.
We're taking this
I-
Friday off.
Oh, I was gonna say Isaac Conger says that you gotta keep the brand up. Yes.
That's right. Back to the Disney thing, and not just Disney, but the issues that studios are going to have. You know, they're definitely going to have to come up with a better way to pay the actors for their work. What I didn't like about what Disney did is they immediately fired back with, "Well, you've already made $20 million from this. It doesn't matter what she's made off of it
Right.
That's
at all."
true.
I mean,
That's
the
true.
Point is, she signed a contract with you to provide a certain amount of monies for like in commission, and you reneged on your in the deal. You know, how much has Disney made off of it?
It shouldn't.
does.
It shouldn't matter how much she's already made.
Yeah.
It's. I think the point is, it's not about what she's already made. It's about what she was supposed to make.
Right. And and immediately what Disney did is they tried to make her look bad in the public eye. Basically, why are you complaining? You've already made this much money.
Because
and
the way that it looks, I kind of question. Well, if Robert Downey Jr. had come to you
Mhm.
and said the same thing, would you have the same stance against it? And I don't think that they would. And that's unfortunate because you have how should I put it? I went back the other day and there was an article that I found online, and it had all of the Marvel people, the big ones,
Mhm.
what they made when they first took the role in comparison to what they made in the end. And in the beginning, this was what was weird. In the beginning, who's the guy? Chris Helmsworth,
Mhm.
Thor. He only made like 150 grand off the first
Mhm.
Thor, and it's because he was a nobody. And in the end, of course, he made, I don't know, it was like 17 million or something like that in the end. Clearly, Robert Downey Jr. was the biggest one. They say he made around 75 million off of all of them combined in the end. And then Captain America, Chris Evans,
Mhm.
was second to that. And the reason why that was is because you think of Chris Evans, you're like, well, I've never really think about him outside of Captain America, but he did do more up until that point versus everybody else except for Robert Downey Jr. So Chris Evans had already been in Marvel. He'd been in what is it, Fantastic Four, and
Yeah, he's Johnny Storm. He's
Yeah.
yeah, and who can forget about Not Another Teen Movie? I mean, come on.
Right.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, Tim, you're missing out.
What's the one that he's on? What's the movie that he's on where he's on the train?
You got me on that one.
Oh, I gotta look it up. They made
You,
TV
I
series
think
of
you
it,
might.
but it's not as good.
What is it called?
So there. Have to look it up here real quick.
It's not
See
the
if you
remake
found
of like Murder on the Orient or anything like that, is
No,
it?
no.
Oh, okay.
There's the One Train Show. I think it's on TNT. I can't
Oh,
remember what it's called.
Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That
Oh my
was a
God,
good
it was
movie.
great.
The,
Yeah.
the movie was good, and I loved the show.
I haven't
I've
watched
never
the show
seen the
yet.
movie. The show's not bad. I caught a couple episodes.
I loved the show.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go back and watch it. The show's
I
actually
forgot
like,
about
yeah, it's not bad. But he was kind of established, so he got more money for playing Captain America. And of course, Robert Downey Jr. only got, I don't think he got $1 million to play Iron Man. I think it was only about 800 grand, something like that.
Yeah, according to Cuba Gooding Jr., he took a pay cut so they could hire Robert Downey Jr.
I think he got the wrong dude. You're thinking about what's the guy from Empire? Come on, Elizabeth.
Howard.
You mean the guy
Terrence
from The
Howard.
Terrence
Wire?
Howard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
Terrence Howard. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Tim got the wrong guys. He got them mixed
Yeah.
up. He was thinking about Terrence Howard, you know,
Yeah.
and he said Cuba good. No, Cuba, he's I think he's hanging out at home right now. I don't think he's going anywhere. It's not
No,
funny.
so wait a minute.
He was
So
pissed about it.
hold on though, Melvin. Is this story leading up to why Scarlett Johansson? They
Yes.
wouldn't have done it to Scarlett Johansson.
Yes. So what I was getting at is that she.
You
when
mean
she-
'cause it's female?
Well, no, it doesn't have anything to do with
Okay.
her. It happens to it's as far as what she's made is the fact that up until she appeared in Iron Man 2, she was pretty much at the bottom of the barrel as far as actors went and what they've done. So unfortunately for her, she had to work her way up. And then I think what I was getting at is I think this, not just the principle of it alone, but I think this is what she's so strong about is, hey, I put in all this work to get to this point, and I want my money.
Mhm.
It's not just about the money; it's about her putting in all that work.
Also though too, she's been interviewed several times where, you know, whether it's at Comic-Con or whether it's just her alone, where like, you know, they have clips of where, let's say they're at Comic-Con and someone's like takes a question from the audience or the, you know, one of the reporters, and they ask Scarlett, how hard was it to get into your costume, right? Meaning like, because she's female, and those are the only questions she gets asked. No one asks her, how hard was it to play your character, Natasha Romanoff? You know, they don't ask her that stuff, right?
Right.
They ask her, you know, oh, your hair looked perfect. Must have been hard to keep it that way. I mean, it's just they ask her really dumb stuff that she gets offended by. I mean, she is an
Yeah.
actress.
Well, I mean,
that's
yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, she. I remember not too long ago. I think we talked about it. How she got upset
yeah.
that. Actually, it was not actually. It was the Olsen girl. Got
Well,
upset.
Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah.
Because of the amount of cleavage shown on the women's
Mhm.
costumes. She got upset about
Oh, I don't remember talking about that with you, but I believe it. I mean,
and you know what's crazy is that in Iron Man 2, the scene after when Robert Downey and Samuel Jackson are at the diner
Yeah.
and she walks in and the camera just starts at her butt and and then now that I go back and see that, I'm just like, oh wow. Of course, as a guy, I'm gonna be honest with you, as a guy at the time I didn't think about it, I was like, yeah, I'm a man. Give me
but
a
also
titty.
here, but look, I'm a female. Look, she has a hell of a figure. Why not? I mean, she makes her business off of what she looks like.
Right, but here's the
In
thing.
all
though,
fairness,
but here's the thing with that. It's one of those deals to where if you're using it as a means of gaining ground of where you want to be and not losing out on a part, there comes a point. I'll put it like this. It's the equivalent of an actor, male or female, taking whatever role they can to get their foot into the door.
sure.
And you're going to take those roles to get to where you need to be. But once you get established, you have to get out of that at a slow pace instead of just like full force. If that makes any sense.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Lee
completely.
Christopher's right. You know, the old saying goes, you know, put out or get out, right?
Well,
But see, in all fairness, wait. Scarlett Johansson has a great figure. She's very pretty. You know, you think there aren't actresses out there who would cut off their right leg to play that role that she just played and actually look the way she looks? You think there are millions of girls who wish they looked like Scarlett Johansson?
sure.
And I know she knows that. I'm sure she can say, "Oh, I don't want that. I don't want girls to feel that way. Like they should look up." But in all fairness, let's be honest. They aren't asking a girl that's a size 10 to play Black Widow. Okay.
Right.
And that's because the masses don't want to see that. I mean,
Right.
that's true.
Well, I mean,
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest.
Well, it's the same thing as, You know, they don't you don't have Seth Rogen with his shirt off playing Thor.
No, that's right. It's the same concept.
Sure.
No,
But-
but you do have Sony that just optioned out Faith to be a movie as well.
Option out what?
It's a comic book by Valiant called Faith, which is the plus size superhero that was in the old Valiant comics.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've optioned that out for movie line
Oh, I'm gonna have to. I
to
didn't
include
know.
a plus size or a full figured superhero one, I guess. So, which I'm pretty excited about. So,
I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I didn't know
this,
what
you
it
know,
was.
so
But it's coming. I mean,
I understand from Scarlett's perspective as far as, you know, she had a contract. She was supposed to be paid a certain amount of money for a certain. She did her job. She did what she was supposed to do, and that's not happening, right? Because they
Right.
decided to just put it straight to Disney Plus on the premiere side. I understand that, and it's not fair for Disney to say, "Well, you were already paid $20 million."
yeah.
Right.
That's not fair either. She did
And-
what
and-
she was supposed to do.
yeah, and that's kind of where I was getting at. You know, with coming up the lines with the different actors, how much they made, and unfortunately for Scarlett Johansson, she doesn't have the power, the voice, I don't use the word credibility, what's the word I'm looking for? The accolades, I guess you would say, as like a Brie Larson. Brie Larson has done a ton before she did Captain Marvel.
So did Scarlett Johansson, though.
I
But
think,
she-
I think Scarlett Johansson's pretty established before she started doing the more
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
I don't know,
That's-
Melvin. I mean, she was in The Girl with the Pearl Earrings. She was in other stuff before she did
Yeah.
Black Widow. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
true.
What
I think
Tim
the Black Widow
Simpson
stuff was just icing for her. And,
Tim-
and
Yeah,
look,
I
she's
mean,
dating
Black
Colin
Widow in
Jost.
general. The whole, yeah.
I mean,
What?
she's dating Colin Jost. She's at the pinnacle of her career, man.
She's at that-
You said who?
Colin Jost.
I don't even know who that is. Who's that?
Am I saying his name right? From Saturday Night Live?
Oh, I don't know.
You got me.
You'd have me too. I don't even. I'm not
You ever
sure.
do you watch the new Saturday Night Live stuff?
I
You
only
mean,
know.
you mean she's dating Colin Hanks? Is that what you said?
No, I think
I'm
his name's
so- I'm
Jost.
so
He does
kidding.
the oh hell. He does the newscast on Saturday Night Live.
I think I know who he is. I unfortunately I only know the women from the last several years, just because I've seen them in so many movies. You know, it's like athletic contract. Stop crying about it. Most don't.
Well, that's the truth.
Hold on a second. What is
Yes.
Jamie? Jamie says, cartoons star actual people now. Yes, they do. We need to work on our cartoon, buddy. You and I. We'll make one together. We'll call it Sam Hain Do Hoskmish.
I mean, she was in Sing. It's pretty big. Jungle Book, Hell Caesar,
That's right. I forgot about Jungle Book.
Lucy.
Oh
Lucy-
yeah, Lucy.
Lucy was. I mean, I watched her and Morgan Freeman.
I think the point is she was famous when Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson
You know,
was
but,
picked to
but
play
I'm-
Black Widow. Everybody knew who she was. It wasn't like no one knew who she was.
no, but it wasn't about that. It wasn't about she was. People knew who she was, but what I'm saying is that she wasn't on the same level.
Dude, she was in SpongeBob. End of argument, okay?
No, but she just, to me, she wasn't on the same level. I think she was above Chris Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Yes, with no L, Hemsworth or Helmsworth, the Australian guy. I think she was above him, and maybe with Mark Ruffalo.
Right, but you have to remember Thor, you know, as the Marvel people and the people who are making these movies and all the producers and all the people who have part in making them, their goal is to sell tickets.
Right.
And you already know that your audience is a male. It's already male. There are lots of men coming to see it right off the bat. They know that. They want women to come see it. So you're going to pick somebody who looks like that to play Thor. Sure. I mean, he looks like Thor to begin with. Okay. But there were lots of women who went to see that movie who never read comic books, never cared about comic books, still don't care about comic books. They just went to see him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's
No.
the other. That's the other. You have to remember something. You may think that she's more established than he was, but he was put there for other than. I mean, he was very good as Thor. I'm not. There's no question. But they were also trying to appeal to the female. They wanted females coming to these movies. Why stop at men only? You can go all the way and get more women to come watch it.
Well, I mean, we all don't have that Chris Hemsworth body. We're working on it.
Right, but that's what but see, it's the same applies to Scarlett Johansson. That's what I'm saying. There are plenty of men who think comic books are completely a waste of time.
I don't
Right?
like those people, by the way.
My,
I'm just saying, everybody was put in those roles for there's someone they appeal to.
is it Don King? Would have got her
Don King would have got her paid. Hell yeah.
paid. So would have Jackie Childs from Seinfeld.
That's
No,
exactly true, Lee. Don King would have. So would have Suge Knight.
I think she needs like a Ray
sure.
Liotta kind of lawyer, for good
Yeah,
things.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Or,
Saul could have gotten her paid.
What's,
you having a
what's
pandemic? You pay me.
What's
Exactly.
I think his name is like Dylan McDermott. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
What's the guy from what's the movie the campaign where he was Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell and he was the bad guy. He kind of looks like he's Italian or something. That guy's scary, but he could definitely be the lawyer too. But no, I just hope in the end. I hope in the end that Scarlett Johansson sets the tone for people getting paid from not just the ticket sales, but also
For the streaming.
the streaming, because I think that's a way for these studios and these companies to get out of paying people.
And what killed her on that a lot, what I read about that, what killed her a lot on the streaming platform was, it's available for, but since it's available for streaming, it opens it up for piracy as well.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
And,
yeah, right.
When it went from, I guess it was one of the bigger openings they've had this year to, I guess, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but it dropped off dramatically from first week to second week. It had like the biggest drop off that any Marvel film has had from first week to second week because it was streamed.
Yeah, because
And everyone could either stay at home and watch it, or worse than that, they could pirate it and watch it from home. And Disney and Scarlett Johansson both losing on that one. But,
Well, I say, Elizabeth, you say you haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't.
All right, but you have, Tim, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it
So-
opening weekend. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: where do you now? This has nothing to do with Scarlett Johansson. Has nothing to do with their legal battles or whatever. This is just straight. If none of this happened and everything was fine and dandy, where do you put it in your Marvel?
In the Marvel list, it wasn't the best Marvel movie I've seen. It was entertaining, and I don't think it added a. Marvel's kind of hard to figure out because they plan everything out 15 movies ahead. So
Right.
I'm watching this right now. I'm thinking this doesn't bring anything to the new Marvel equation up until the after credits scene, and then yeah. But I'm
So it
thinking
doesn't lead up to anything. It's like
well, that's what I'm thinking. But at the same time, Marvel is, just because I'm thinking it doesn't add anything to it now.
that may mean
4
it
movies
does.
down the
That
line,
might.
it's gonna say,
Yeah, right.
That's why they did. Like Ant-Man, I thought, well, this is just dumb. I mean, I enjoyed it, but what's to add to it? Then 4 movies down, it adds.
It
okay,
has something
why?
to do with it,
Yeah,
right?
So
Well, the end of credit scene and does set something up, and the movie itself, I just felt that when you watch Black Widow and you watch Hawkeye in the other movies, they look like if you dropped them off in a forest, they'd be the modern day Rambo.
Mhm.
But when I watched Black Widow, I didn't get that from her. And it was just because there was the storyline, but it wasn't, in my opinion, like CIA operative stuff. It was just kind of just like the beginning was badass. The middle kind of drug on. And then the end was like Fast 9 over the top.
I hope Scarlett's not listening.
I put it
without
at
Tyrese and Ludacris going to space in a Pontiac.
I put it at above Thor: Dark World, and below, Ant-Man.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
the bottom of the barrel for me is number one Iron Man 3, then Thor: Dark World, and then Ant-Man and Wasp, and then I have to put Black Widow, then Age of Ultron.
I don't know. It's kinda
Iron Man
harsh.
3 was bad.
Yeah, Iron Man 3 was bad.
Dark World was bad.
For me, it's like Dark World, then Iron Man 3, then Man Thing. So which went straight to video.
Ugh.
But
see, I just don't watch the ones that don't appeal to me.
yeah,
Hey,
I
but-
liked it.
I want to know what Lou's question is, please.
Yeah, I did too.
Can you see it?
Wait, I don't. All I see is I have a question for you guys.
It says kind of a survey. Go ahead, Puff.
What
By the way,
I-
I call him Puff because I've known him since we were 12 years old. So
Now, I will tell you this: what I did like about Black Widow, and what I liked about Captain Marvel, both of those films I like taking my daughter to go see them because it gave her a very strong female character to
Female
look up
character.
to. That's not so much with Captain Marvel, but especially Black Widow. It's a strong female character to look up to. That's not necessarily a super powered being. It's what you can do. With,
Right? No, she just kills
with
people
what?
for a living.
Yeah.
She just kills
Oh,
people
yeah.
for a living.
Well, but
That's
it gives her a
positive.
strong female lead that's not just based strictly on her sexuality. I mean, yeah, they play up the sexuality a lot, but it's not strictly her only asset.
Right.
She's intelligent,
Oh, I see his question.
so there.
Avengers or X-Men? Who wins the battle?
Kobe says Captain Marvel sucked. Can you? By the way, Elizabeth, can you see those comments now on the feed?
I can. I can see him.
Okay, I know. The last time, I don't know if you just didn't know what.
No, I can see him now. I can see him.
we
You guys
looking
go
at
ahead
this
with
as-
that.
Are we looking at like a straight up like last man standing kind of battle? Are we looking at what basically? I mean,
Okay.
To what aspect?
I know who I think. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
is this
go
in
ahead.
is this in a war or is this just in a street brawl or what's the parameters surrounding this?
Is this X3?
Is this in
or-
To the death.
To the
Celebrity
death.
death match. All it's
Okay,
X-Men.
to the death. The Avengers.
You
Absolutely.
think so?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think anyone in the Avengers beyond Thor has the ability to really
Oh, Kobe has a good point. Depends on
cold-bloodedly
what
kill
version.
somebody. I think Captain America will kill somebody in war. I think Black Widow will kill somebody if she has to. Thor obviously has killed people. Tony
Well,
Stark. They've all obviously killed people, but not bloodthirsty
Well,
like I
but
think some
see,
of the X-Men have.
Kobe's point is really good. Are we talking about which version of the X-Men and then which version of the Avengers?
Yeah.
Like when I think of the Avengers now, I think of like the last movie and all
See,
of them
here's-
together.
Well, see, here's
No.
the problem.
Oh, I
for
guess,
me.
yeah.
Here's the problem for me, and Steven actually kind of brought this to light for me. Magneto by himself would walk in and destroy
Just
the Avengers
obliterate them all.
Oh well, okay. Since,
by
since
himself. Because the issue with the Avengers and the X-Men is this: the Avengers are more on the human side of things, as opposed to the X-Men literally being mutants.
so Magneto would obliterate the Avengers because there's metal on all those costumes. Is that basically what would happen?
He would
Well,
take
he-
his hand and crush Iron Man with just with the
Yeah.
quickness. Not so sure about Captain America's shield, just because. Well, actually, you know what?
Yeah.
He can bend the adamantium, so he should be able
Yeah.
to bend this.
Right, but he can't. But he can't take out Thor's hammer, which means he probably can't take out Thor's costume.
Actually, Magneto can control metal right down to the iron and
Right, but Thor's
blood
hammer
levels.
doesn't come from metal.
But he can control metal down to the iron in people's blood.
Right, but Thor's hammer comes from a star.
But he doesn't have to touch Thor's hammer. He can literally just pull the iron straight from
Yeah, but
Thor's
you don't
blood
think
through his body.
Thor's hammer could kill Magneto?
I don't know.
Because wouldn't that be your strategy as the Avengers? Thor, you're on Magneto. Take him out right now. I mean, that wouldn't that be the strategy for anybody, really? Anybody fighting?
Well, I would just
Possibly.
say, I would just say that overall, that
Well, Kyle's right. Jean Grey
Kyle's
would
got good
kill
point.
everybody.
Jean Grey just
Kill if she gets, yeah.
just turn to dust. Turn
Well,
them
not
on
only
your
that,
You know,
belly.
Rogue can just suck the life right out. Take all your, just take it all. Just take the
you
glove
know,
off and touch you.
Professor X can go and just stop everybody in mid track.
Still, my argument is when you know this is happening, Thor, hit the ground with the hammer. Take them all
What?
out at one shot. Take them all out in one go.
There's a storyline where Wolverine actually just slaughters all the X-Men. And I remember exactly how that worked. Somehow they got into one of the mutants got into his head and convinced him that all the other mutants were actually his enemies. And he just slaughters all of them, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, 'cause
Old Man
his
Logan.
adamantium, would just rip everybody to shreds.
Yeah, and to Kobe's point, Scarlet Witch, I think she could.
She
Pretty
could
much
do
wipe
some
out everybody.
damage, some big damage.
Yeah,
Scarlet
yeah.
Witch.
I'd have to take X-Men over Avengers.
I'm still keeping with my Avenger. And I like X-Men.
It's just you like the Avengers because they're more human. They're more, they're,
Well,
Relatable.
last time I checked, they didn't need to go to some sort of mutant school to figure out who they were and how to use their powers. You want me to get mean?
They don't have to go; they're just recruited to go.
so now she's saying that the
I
X-Men-
mean, the Avengers could take what Keith Richards been taking for all his whole entire life. They could outlive everybody.
she's saying that the Avengers are high society and the
think
X-Men
so.
are just delinquents. They're thugs. They're delinquents is what they are.
They fight. They fight dirty.
Right. All right. Well, let me get to these before we run out of time here. All right. So I went back.
Is this the 1982 stuff?
Yes, I went back
Okay.
to 1982 for you, Elizabeth. And what I pulled
For
together.
me, I didn't ask for it.
You said something about the 80s.
I mean,
so-
1982. Oh, I was
I said, can
11.
we talk about 80s horror movies for Kobe? Or can we talk about 80s TV? And then I said, can we talk about horror movies for Kobe?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Well, you know what? I apologize to Kobe. I would get the 80s scary movies. I don't like the word horror.
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 Speaking of horror movies, there's a new line on Netflix right now. It's kind of it's a horror series. It starts with 99, I think, and goes back to like 1969, then like 1859. I don't know exact dates, but it tells the story backwards. It's kind of cool.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about now? I forgot.
It's a show on Netflix. It's a horror.
I was reading Steven's comment, which
Oh.
is a good comment. About
Isn't
Thor's hammer.
Oh, here you go. Isn't
Watch
Thor's
out for you.
hammer referred to
But
as
that's only in reference to the Magneto thing, right? Like I said,
Yeah.
when Thor comes in, Thor, drop the hammer, it's over. Like,
I don't know.
that's me guessing.
wait,
that
Fear
that
Street, yeah.
Doesn't
Here, I'll-
foresee them coming.
I'll put your Thor thing to rest right here. At least in the movie, anyway. Thor's hammer, the material that made it, had to be melted.
Heavy forged.
Yes. So
And it
therefore,
came from a fallen star.
it,
some-
but
Or the
but
heart
it
of a
is
star.
but it was made from liquid what?
Rock.
Well, I don't know. What's a
Metal.
star made of? Right, yeah, but a
Liquid
star's not made of metal. That's what I'm saying.
When asteroids
This is like the
come-
biggest nerd argument of all time.
when,
Like,
when asteroids,
I'm moving on to the 82.
when
I-
asteroids and comets, I watched
Melvin,
a lot of
who was
history.
5 years old in 1982, is going to give us the breakdown of the most popular movies of 1982.
Well, let me just tell you, when comets and asteroids hit the ground, they all possess what? They possess iron. They possess metal, and that's But anyway,
All of
That's
them.
when
even
they hit the
kryptonite
ground.
ones.
even the kryptonite.
I don't know. Kryptonite's not metal, Melvin.
That's right.
Have you been to Krypton? I don't think so.
Have you been to a star and checked out what it was made of recently? Just let me know.
I am personal friends with Steve, whatever his name is.
Jobs.
No, the guy from Amazon. They went to the moon. They went to space.
Jeff? Jeff, you and Jeff are close.
And Jeff,
Yes,
Steve,
Jeff's
Bezos.
we call him Steve where I'm from. Yeah.
See, Steven's comment is absolutely correct. This is a question for the Celestials.
Yeah. Steven's actually the person that got me collecting comic books years and years and years ago. So
He says he's late. He's at work. It's okay, buddy. Hey, it's all right. Hey, but
All
let me. What I was going to do was, let me pull this up here. All right, so I didn't get to the scary movies. I will get them next time for Kobe. Kobe doesn't like the NFL, so I know Kobe's dad. So when I say this, I know his father. I know his father. So I'm gonna have to get with his dad and say you should have named Kobe like Montana or Joe Montana. That way Kobe would like football. Kobe was named after Kobe, Kobe Bryant. So
Really, I didn't. I
never guessed that.
I never would have guessed that.
you know what he could have. It could have been Kobe Smith. He could have been an inventor. You don't know. Like Melvin is short for Denzel is what I tell everybody.
We'll see,
And,
Steve.
and Tim and I have both confirmed that no one thinks that but you. And no one thinks that Melvin is an abbreviation of Denzel. Just you.
Steve's got to go back to work.
Hi, Steven.
All right, so let me pull these up here. So we got we'll get scary movies for Kobe next time. We got the top 10 according to Wikipedia grossing movies of 1982 when Tim was 24.
How old were you in 1982, Melvin?
I was 5.
5.
Hold on,
5?
let me- 5 years old. Let me get this. Yuri's metal are made from the first moon in existence and has existed since the beginning of the universe. It is purportedly unique to Nebuchadnezzar, one of the 10 worlds. It resembles stone, but it also appears to have metallic properties. It seems able to store most energies, particularly magic. So it's got metal properties. So guess what? Magneto could bend it with the blink of his eye.
Not if he hits the ground first with it.
No,
I'm
good.
still going with that argument. I'm like, Thor's gonna walk in and all he has to do is drop it by accident. He could trip.
I
He could
think
trip
someone
on his
has.
way into the battle. Well, the hammer could hit the ground, and it would be all over.
She's got Thor bed sheets and pillowcases.
I was gonna say, I think
No, I
somebody has a
actually
bit of a
don't.
Thor crush over here.
I actually don't. I am not the little girl from Adventures in Babysitting who wears her Thor helmet. But next podcast, I might have to buy one.
Hey,
just
Patrick.
Oh goodness,
Oh,
yeah, you can get the. He couldn't because he isn't worthy.
All right, Melvin, give us
Oh,
the
yeah.
82 movies. Let's do it.
The top 10 according to Wikipedia highest grossing films of 1982. Tim's going to take a stroll down
Down memory lane
memory
here.
lane. Memory lane.
How old do y'all think I am, really?
He told me you were 63 earlier. I defended you.
Oh man!
Wow, that's so harsh.
All right, you ready for number 10? This
Yeah.
is probably one of the first movies I remember as a
Melvin,
kid.
how about you give Tim and I a hint at what the movie is and see if we can guess it?
Okay,
There's an idea.
I will give you a hint. Matter of fact, since we were talking about X-Men, the person that was in this movie, one of the leads in the movie, he played in an X-Men movie as well as this movie in 1982. And he played in X2, he played Stryker, William Stryker.
Oh, that's that actor is oh
I can see
god.
his face. But I don't.
I know exactly who he is too. But the movie you're talking about, 1982, is the top 10. It's the number 10 on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Give us one more hint about the movie.
It's, according to Wikipedia, it's the 10th highest grossing film.
No, that's not a fact about the movie.
No,
That's
I know that.
a fact about money.
Let's see. It has been redone on a couple different occasions. A song from the movie was sampled and used in a song on Jay-Z's Volume 2 album from 19.
You're talking. Okay, wait a minute. You're talking about Annie. Is the
Boom,
movie,
there you
right?
go. Yes.
Okay,
There you
let
go.
me explain
Wow.
some. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Back up. Go back to where I can see you.
Yeah.
Albert Finney is not in X2, and he does not play William Stryker.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Bam!
That
Are
man
you-
who plays Stryker, and I can't think of his name, he's
Hmm.
also very famous in his own right, but he's not Albert Finney.
I'll have to
He was
look that
also in The Ring, played in The Ring, played the father in The Ring.
up. Tim and I are looking that up.
Look it up, because I'm almost positive it's not Albert Finney.
because you still think that Magneto can't crush Thor's hammer.
If I'm right, Thor's hammer will crush everybody in the X-Men.
Brian Cox.
Was
Thank you.
Stryker? I try to tell you guys that you don't listen.
He also let me hear. Here's a tip about Brian Cox. He also played the very first Hannibal Lecter
Yes.
Well, there you go.
in Manhunter.
Well, look at you. She's on
I've
it.
tried to watch that, but is that any good?
I love Manhunter.
Okay. I've heard it's great, but I
Michael
haven't had
Mann
a chance.
movie.
What's it called?
Manhunter.
Manhunter.
And what's this one?
Was made in the 80s. Has William Peterson. He plays. So the remake is Red Dragon. William Peterson plays Ed Norton's role, and Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter. And I can't remember. I don't know the actor's name who plays Ray Fiennes' role. And it's a Michael Mann film.
Oh, Kobe said it's good.
It is good.
Well, number 9. Hurt me on
Smack
Howard
that on
Stern.
Melvin, did she?
Sorry, Melvin.
What was it? Was it Brian Cox? Is that what it was?
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox. I have to remember that because there was a football player named Brian Cox.
I see him in a lot of stuff.
He is in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's
He-
He's
one of
really
those that
famous,
stop.
actually.
He was in the Campaign movie I was talking about earlier.
I don't remember.
Hurts my feelings, man. Hurts my feelings. You give me a Mountain Dew and you think that it's okay after that.
You said I was 63 years old and you talk about feelings being hurt. Come on.
This can of Mountain Dew's probably 60.
It's
All right.
58.
Thor's he's a punk ass Jean Grey.
Okay,
Wow.
I'll write about the X-Men Avengers thing. We're on number 9 of the movies. What's number 9?
Number
I
9.
won this argument. I won the number 10 question. All right, let's go on to 9.
Number 9 actually it's got a word in it that I can't pronounce very.
Is Magneto starring in that one?
Is horror in it?
Yeah, actually, horror is in it. Yeah. No, Magneto's not in it.
You can't pronounce the name of number 9? Is that what you said?
No, I was gonna say Ian McKellen is not in this movie. So,
Oh.
not that I'm aware of anyway. He had to come a long way to be in this movie. No, number 9. Tim's got this on beta. He's got it on VHS.
Oh.
He's got it on laser disc.
That's the best little whorehouse in Texas.
That's right, Tim.
You mean the
Number
best little horror house in Texas?
9. Yeah.
No, that's a whorehouse.
Sorry. Thought,
Bert's looking rough right there. I mean,
He's
that's
a little
probably
pudgy
the-
there, isn't he?
That's-
He
that's
does
a
a little
change
bit.
at all.
Just a smidge.
No, just
He's still good looking.
that's a big dip from Smoking of the Bandit to that. I mean, Bert he was slim and trim, and Sally Field was looking all right. for once.
Well, he might have had just done Playgirl at the time, and maybe he decided that he just wanted to pig out for a while. Maybe that was what happened.
Now,
Maybe he
here's-
figured out that some
Leave
chicks.
Bert alone. He's off limits.
Maybe he just figured out that some chicks dig the dad bod.
it's possible.
Who knows?
It's possible.
Regardless, folks, he's Burt Reynolds, so it doesn't really matter.
Number 8 is a scary movie.
Uh-huh.
I remember this movie.
Do we get a hint?
It is
Scary movie in '82. Is it Poltergeist?
Boom! Look at Tim.
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Look at Tim.
Damn.
The little girl in the front of the TV always freaked me out.
Which brings me to what we talked about a little earlier today about the residual checks actors get. I've met Oliver Robbins, who played the little boy in Poltergeist. I follow him on Facebook, and he's always making fun of the light of how much his residual checks are for Poltergeist. Like his last check was for 53 cents.
So, Poltergeist. So, can you see in the background? See that little dollhouse on the floor?
Yeah.
In Poltergeist, when her room goes crazy and the door opens, the closet door, that little dollhouse, just like that, flies right through the air and goes into the closet.
Oh wow. So is that why you have it?
No, I have it because my mother bought it for me when I was little,
Okay.
probably in 1982.
No.
It's probably like the most popular toy that Christmas or something. It's a little stall house.
Oh, cool. To
Whatever.
go with your
Sorry.
to go with your Thor bed sheets and pillowcases.
Of course, yeah. Little do you know it's not Thor that I like.
Number 7 is actually an Elizabeth movie.
Is it?
Yeah,
1982 Beverly Hills Cop? No, 48 Hours.
Yes, you are on the money.
48 Hours.
Reggie
I
Hammond and Jack Cates.
I watched that about a month ago.
It's a great
I remember I loved the movie growing up. Went back and watched it about a month ago, and the movie wouldn't fly with today's standards at all.
Of
though.
course not.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, you know what? I've actually thought about that because I watched it not too long ago myself, and I thought, well, you know why it actually might fly is because that character is that way. Jack Cates is what he is. He's a bigot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can fly because it's not like it's on TV. It's a movie, and he plays a bigot. You know, so that's the way he is. So I guess he probably could. That would be like saying you can't make a movie about like the KKK because they're racist. Well, that's what they are, right? I mean, you know,
Possibly.
you can't make any more Nazi movies. They're off limits because they were racists,
Right.
right?
Sure.
I mean, it's the same
Sure.
thing.
But you don't see more Nazi comic books anymore.
What'd you
No.
say? Nazi comic books?
Used to be like that was a popular thing on the line. You always see covers of Nazis on comic books, always, because if you can't fight Nazis, I mean, who can you fight? They're the perfect enemy for any comic book character.
But they're in plenty of comics, even
But you
current.
never
In
see
the
'em on
boys,
covers
they're
anymore.
Nazis.
Or
In
if
they're Nazis.
they weren't Nazis, they were just in disguise.
Hey, you know what you can't sell on eBay? Not anything Nazi related. You'll
That's
get
true.
kicked off immediately. Trust me.
That's true.
There was an episode of American Pickers I saw last night, and there was some kind. I don't
No,
know.
I blame Dr. Seuss.
But they had something like Nazis that the dude was all excited about. He said it's hard to find these. Now that you mentioned that, well, Chris Pup says he has a mirror.
That's possessed.
Adam Ash, I've seen scarier things roaming the
Hi,
streets
Adam.
late at night. Nitro does have some scary stuff.
I've seen scary things roaming through the store late at night. So
I'm sure.
the
It's,
store.
especially at 8 a.m. when they want beer.
Hey, go YouTube and look up Nitro Antique Mall. Okay.
Blames Dr. Seuss. Chris, my buddy Chris says Wolfenstein keeps Nazi killing alive.
Have you seen The Man Who Killed Hitler? I mean, The Man Who Killed Hitler.
Hitler and Bigfoot
Yeah.
with Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
I have
I actually haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh god. It's
My
not-
brother's told me more than once to see it. I just haven't seen it.
Number 6, I think is up Tim's alley. There were more movies of these made than the television show.
I know what it is. Oh no. Wait, then the
Star
television
Trek?
show?
Which one?
Original Star Trek.
Well, yeah, the original Star Trek. What I'm saying, it's 1982, Tim. It's not going
Oh,
to be
yeah.
the.
What
Wrath
what
of Khan.
number Star Trek?
What did you
The
say?
Wrath of Khan.
Yes, Tim is correct.
Yeah.
The Wrath of Khan. Yes, that is the number 6 highest grossing film of 1982 according to Wikipedia. Number 5 was one of those movies. Whenever it came on, I'd have to, because I was a kid, I'd have to go like that to the TV and close my eyes and a little bit like that. And, my mom said it's time for you to go to bed.
Oh, Porky's? Was it Porky's?
Boom! Wow! Yes.
This is great.
Porky's.
Elizabeth had flashbacks, is what it was when she was.
No, really, not actually, because I didn't have flashbacks. That's the only thing I could think of at that time that would come on TV.
Yeah, okay. She had to do this too to Porky's on the screen.
No, hello, I saw 48 Hours like when it came to video. So unless I'm like about 20, like I don't know what 65 right now, unless I'm your age, fool.
The
Or to quote Sanford, you big dummy.
According to Wikipedia, the number four highest grossing movie of 1982. Any guess?
No
Do we
hints,
have
just number
hints?
4.
Oh,
Uh,
Lee says
I'll-
Rambo.
Okay, I'll give you Rambo's close,
Mhm.
but it doesn't take the
Is it the Terminator?
no. You know what? I pity y'all that y'all can't get this.
Wow.
Oh, right, because
Think
you
of
have the
Rocky
list
2.
in front of you since
Rocky
it's
3,
so
wasn't it?
hard for you.
Tim just got it. Rocky
It's
3.
Rocky 3 with
Oh,
Clubber
Rocky.
Lang.
Rocky,
Yeah.
Rocky 3,
Look,
Rocky
look,
3.
look how youthful Sylvester looks. You know, when you watch him in Expendables, his face is about down to his Adam's apple right now.
Yeah.
He's also in his 70s.
Yeah, that's true too.
Did you see the video he posted of him lifting the two 40-pound weights straight up?
I couldn't even lift one of them.
It's been just a few weeks ago. I mean, and someone called him out that the weights are actually fake, but he's pushing a new movie or something like that, and he's lifting two 40-pound weights. He's struggling, grunting, stuff like that.
And someone said that they were fake.
Oh yeah, they're fake as hell.
No.
I mean, I don't know if they're fake, but this guy called him out for being. He goes, "Those are definitely fake." He goes, "I can go on Amazon and buy the same fake weights for like $20 each." Then you watch the video, you're like, that looks a little
Yeah.
fake.
Number 3. How do I give clues on this one? Number three. I don't even know how to begin, so I'll just post this. According to Wikipedia,
You didn't know how to make us guess that one?
no, because
Richard
I mean,
Gere?
Richard
I've seen
Gere?
it. I've seen it, but you know,
No, you could have said he starred in Pretty Woman. We might have guessed it then. I mean, Kobe guessed it.
Hey, Kobe guessed for you and put it up there. Yeah. Look at
Kobe
Yeah.
has Google. That's what Kobe has. Kobe
Oh, he
has,
does have Google. That's
Oh,
fair.
Kobe has Google. So, all right. So the number 2, according to Wikipedia, the highest grossing film of
that. Kobe's cheating.
Kobe's cheating. I can turn off the comments. You know.
Oh,
According
Christopher. Wait a minute. Christopher's comment would have been a great hint for us. I bet we would have gotten it.
what was it? Named after a condiment.
Mayo. We might have gotten it.
All right. So the number 2 movie, according to Wikipedia, highest grossing film of 1982. Similar to Mrs. Doubtfire.
Tootsie.
There you go.
Bam.
I was gonna say
Original Mrs.
similar,
Doubtfire.
similar. Yeah,
I saw that in the theater. Yeah.
yeah. Look at that. Wow. And of course, number 1, 1982. If nobody spoiled it,
Oh, what was E.T.?
yeah, it's E.T.
You know, I've seen E.T. once.
Well, if that came out in 82, it should be number 1, in all fairness.
Oh, it is number 1. Yeah, it's number
Yeah.
1 according to Wikipedia. The highest grossing.
Yeah,
movie
it should be.
of 1982. But yeah, Kobe's a spoiler. Shame on you, Kobe. Shame on you. You know, but we weren't going to invite you to fantasy football anyway because you're a cheater. But
Kobe, I got your back. Don't worry.
Elizabeth's got your back, Kobe. So he said he didn't spoil E.T. is one of the most well-known movies of all time.
He's right. He's absolutely right.
Right. Guys, don't forget August 14th, the Saturday, right? Saturday.
Yeah.
August 14th, Saturday. Lego building contest. Is there any age requirement? Is there any?
No, it's no age requirement. Depending on how many
Should
contestants
there
that we
be?
have. Say what?
Should there be an age
There
requirement?
might be. I don't know.
Lego building contest.
I'm not sure how many people are going to show up for it. I'm going to try to put it in age appropriate groups, so all older contestants can compete against older contestants, and kids can compete against kids. I don't want any 5-year-old competing against the 45-year-old,
Right.
which the 5-year-old
Just like
probably
age
win.
brackets.
Yeah. So, yeah, the way she said that's a lot better than
Well,
what I said.
well, the reason why I said age group is there's age limit because
Yeah.
Legos are sharp. You know, you don't want somebody swallowing one and
Yeah.
and dying.
Well, I wasn't. I actually didn't believe that any parent would bring their like 1-year-old to compete with the
Hey, some
Well,
people
sure,
need
yes.
some people need babysitters. Tim looks like a nice
You
guy.
might be right. I don't know.
Hang out at the store sometime. That statement has more truth than what you'll know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Um,
I just
but-
want to agree with Kobe's statement here about the thing. I just want to agree. I agree. I concur.
So, August 14th.
August 14th. Yeah, we'll have 3 different time schedules. We've got it set up for noon, 2, and 4. So we'll kind of go from there. It's the first time I've done it, so we playing it by ear.
That sounds like
Okay.
fun.
And it's a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Saturday. Any requirements or anything?
Nope. It's $12 to enter. You get to, and every contestant gets to keep their build. So if
Can you
build it,
create
get to keep it.
whatever your heart's desire?
Well, we're going to start off with like a maybe the first practice could be build a rocket, and you can build what kind of rocket you want to build.
Okay, so you're going to set the theme
I'm
of
gonna
what
set the
they have
theme
to
for it,
build.
yeah.
Well, that's smart because you know you don't want anything questionable being
Yeah.
built.
Build a phallic design. Not gonna do anything like that.
Well,
Or
you
rocket, whatever works.
Starting with that, I mean, you're starting with a phallic design of the rocket. I mean, you know.
No anatomy.
No melanami, just rockets. Mr. Jeff Bezos, yes.
That's what it should be. It should be a build of Jeff and his rocket. That would be priceless.
Build a
But-
spaceship. Maybe I'll just do it like that, a spaceship.
Just say that.
Up said Red Rocket.
When some 10-year-old builds the Millennium Falcon, that'll be he
Yeah,
wins.
that'd be great.
Do you have anything going on?
Just the reply
Tonight.
auction is this Wednesday night. I'm taking this Friday night off, taking a weekend away for a little bit. Oh, no.
He knows I'm relieved. He's like, oh god. He's like,
We'll be
"Really?"
back the week after with a bigger and better sale. So
Don't say that.
You know what? And I'm gonna put this on here real quick here. I mean, this
I
will
took a
be-
package GPS today. It's over 22 pounds of comic books. I had to get a two-wheeler to get it so the store was used.
You said her 22 pounds of comic books. Hey
I'm not
guys,
saying
Put
who
all
I
my
sent it
business,
to.
put all my business out there. Just go
I'm
right
not saying
ahead.
who I sent the books to. I'm just saying I sent a
I
package out
think
that's
it was
22
well
pounds
known
today.
who you're talking about.
That's
Guys,
I've
don't-
got another customer. I got a customer who lives in the southern
Melvin,
part
you
of
should
the
show them
state.
my last cake. What was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Let's see, we're in August, so it was a Canelo Alvarez cake was the last one I made. Prior to that, it was The Godfather.
Made Godfather cake.
I did with Michael on it.
Sweet. So
So-
it's like
But
young
after,
Michael
after
or
this
Godfather 3
Sunday,
Michael.
we have 2 good ones coming. And they're both good ones. They'll be good.
See, Kobe works at UPS now. Maybe you can get a
Alright.
get a cheaper rate.
Oh
Guys,
yeah.
don't forget that, if you're on Instagram, you can follow Elizabeth there for her bake hard buy. Let me get this right again.
Just like it
Bimbra.
looks. Bimbra.
Bimbra. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Bimbra. Know what it is. It'd be like 40-year-old version. Know what I'm saying? So he said, I can't even say the rest of it because it's bad. But anyway, you can follow Elizabeth on Instagram, and she has all her amazing cakes and cookies and things like that. She's always baking them, always posting them. And soon she will figure out a way to ship her product outside of Frederick.
Well, cookies can be shipped. Cookies and bundt cakes can be shipped.
Bunt cakes
It's
we
the
ship.
cakes that can't be shipped.
Why
Okay,
can't
so-
you ship them?
Because the last time I tried one, it leaned and it tilted it. It didn't make it. It didn't arrive in good shape.
There's got to be a way to ship those things.
You're
somewhere.
welcome, Kobe. You are welcome, Kobe. But bun cakes don't have it. It's the icing. It's the buttercream icing. Bun cakes don't have icing. Loaf cakes don't have icing. Cookies, you know.
Gotcha.
So, but I'm trying to wait for the fall, you guys, because you know it's summer. It's no good to ship in the summer.
No doubt.
Well, Tim's got his Wednesday. You got pickups today and tomorrow. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Friday night he's taking off. So no, is it comics or toys on Friday?
It's both. Mostly comics.
Most of the comics. Okay. So no sale on Friday. Pickups today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
They're
sure you guys check
tomorrow
out.
night.
And he has an auction for tomorrow night. Is this downstairs stuff? Or?
Tonight's downstairs stuff. Tomorrow night is comics and toys. Thursday is more junk, and Friday we're taking off.
Okay. All right. And don't forget to check Elizabeth out on Instagram and put that on there one more time. Let me find it. There we go. At
Thank you.
Baycard by Bimber on Instagram. You can find her there. So we're going to get out of here because I got to run downstairs and use the little boy's room. And we'll see you guys here in a couple weeks. And thanks to all the guys that come in and comment and watch it and interact with us. And I have something that we'll do some trivia one time. I have a figure here somewhere. Nobody seems to know where it is. It disappeared.
Oops.
But when we find it, I'll figure out something to do to do a little trivia and let that be the winner's gift from me to you with love. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
We'll see you guys.
Bye.